backstretch for the first time. And along the fence, coming away second, PH Fonzie. Key Exchange up on the outside is third. And along the fence, Armbro Gator fourth. From 5, Never Dream Alone. Racing in sixth as they move on past the opening quarter is Felton Hanover. Then we go back to Cameron Dixie, and John's Victory trails the field. They head on to the 3/8. That's Key Exchange now on top by 1. Racing from 2 is Fire Zone. Next in line, third, PH Fonzie. Gap of 2 lengths back to Armbro Gator in the 4 spot. From 5, Never Dream Alone. There goes Felton Hanover to the outside. 33 1/5, the opening panel. Off the turn and in front of the grandstand for the first time as they approach the halfway point. It's Key Exchange on top. Fire Zone to the outside second. PH Fonzie is racing third. Armbro Gator next in line fourth. Felton Hanover on the limb fifth. Into the passing lane goes Cameron Dixie. In along the fence, Never Dream Alone. And John's Victory is trailing the field. They move on past the 5/8 and into the backstretch for the final time. It's Key Exchange in charge out the rail, and racing from 2 is PH Fonzie. Fire Zone on the limb is third. Out the rail, Armbro Gator fourth. 105 1, the halfway point. As they move on past the 3/4 off stride Felton Hanover, they move on to the 7/8. Key Exchange maintaining a 1-length lead. PH Fonzie second. On the outside, Fire Zone is third. Never Dream Alone fourth. From 5, Armbro Gator. Then Cameron Dixie is pacing sixth off the turn. They've got less than an eighth to come. And Key Exchange maintaining a 1-length lead as they straighten out through the lane and to the payoff. Key Exchange, PH Fonzie, and Fire Zone on the outside third. Driving to the wire, they're not going to catch Key Exchange. PH Fonzie will finish second, the show spot to Fire Zone. Race number 4, top of the stretch, Woodmere Spirit, PH Scrambler, Glenview April, Kalmar Dynasty, Winning Favor, Kilkerran Gentry, Classic Tycoon, and Peter Star. They are off and pacing. PH Scrambler looking for the lead. Woodmere Spirit out the rail. Outside is Winning Favor. Then down along the fence, Classic Tycoon is fourth. Kilkerran Gentry goes wide 5. Peter Star comes away 6. Glenview April. And Kalmar Dynasty is the early trailer. Moving on by the 8th, Woodmere Spirit on top. Winning Favor driving up on the outside. Settling in third is PH Scrambler. From the 4 spot is Classic Tycoon. Peter Star next in line 5. Dropping in along the wood in the 6th spot is Kilkerran Gentry. From 7, Glenview April. And out the back of the field as they move on to the 3/8, Kalmar Dynasty. Woodmere Spirit now quickly regains the top spot from Winning Favor. Sitting in along the fence in the 3 spot is PH Scrambler. They move midway through the turn, and on top it's Woodmere Spirit. Winning Favor gives chase from 2. Racing in a 3 as they round the upper turn. PH Scrambler, Classic Tycoon, Peter Star. In behind him in the 5 spot off the turn. Kilkerran Gentry now moving into the passing lane, followed in 7 past the half by Glenview April, and Kalmar Dynasty is out the back. 31 2 is the half. They continue into the paddock turn. Woodmere Spirit onto the outside goes Winning Favor, giving cover for PH Scrambler. In a third on the limb, Kilkerran Gentry is racing in 4th. Now along the rail and facing 5 is Classic Tycoon onto the backstretch. They move on to the 3/4, and that's Winning Favor taking over the top spot. PH Scrambler on the outside is now second, dropping back third. Woodmere Spirit in 4th is Kilkerran Gentry. 104 the halfway point as they move on past the 3/4. It's Winning Favor. Woodmere Spirit coming back on for 2, dropping back PH Scrambler third. 4th is Kilkerran Gentry. In 5, that's Glenview April. They now move on to the 7/8. Winning Favor by 1 length. Woodmere Spirit is racing second. Here comes Kilkerran Gentry up on the outside third as they swing off the turn and straighten out for the stretch drive. Winning Favor. Kilkerran Gentry now moving up on the outside. Drives onto the top spot. 135 1 was 3/4. Kilkerran Gentry opens up and will win it. Finishing second is Winning Favor, the show spot to Woodmere Spirit. Race number 5, top of the stretch, another extra. Mel Temmie, Admiral Irvin, Jack Sewell, Skipper Jet, Wester Riazzi, the trailers, Mother's Princess, and Risk Slad. Here they come. They are off and pacing. Mel Temmie out looking for the top spot. Admiral Irvin driving out. And along the fence is another extra. And along the rail, getting away fourth, Mother's Princess. Jack Sewell on the limb is racing from 5. Risk Slad has gotten away 6th. Wester Riazzi from 7. And the early trailer is Skipper Jet onto the backstretch. Mel Temmie will show them onto the opening quarter. Admiral Irvin on the outside looking for the top. Out the rail is another extra who faces 3rd. In along the fence, Mother's Princess 4th. Jack Sewell is parked out in 5. Risk Slad down along the rail has the 6th spot. From 7 is Wester Riazzi. And trailing the field, Skipper Jet. They move on now to the 3/8. Up front, they battle for the lead. Admiral Irvin on the outside. Mel Temmie now back on to take the top spot. Admiral Irvin backs off and finds room 2nd. Another extra races 3rd. Jack Sewell going the long trip on the outside from 4. In along the fence, Mother's Princess next in line is 5. Then we go back into the 6th spot, and Risk Slad, who steps into the passing lane. In 7, past the half, Wester Riazzi, and trailing the field is Skipper Jet. They continue into the paddock turn for the final time. Mel Temmie continues to chart the path. Admiral Irvin 2nd, another extra moving first over. Jack Sewell now has cover in 4. In along the fence, pacing from the 5 spot is Mother's Princess on the limb. Risk Slad 6th, Wester Riazzi nowhere to go 7. And out the back of the field as they continue on to the 3/4, Skipper Jet, half in a minute, 4/5. They approach 3/4. And Mel Temmie is still on top. In along the fence, Admiral Irvin, Jack Sewell stepping out 3 wide. Another extra is dropping back in the center. They move on to the 7/8. Mel Temmie looking strong up front. Admiral Irvin staying there 2nd. Outside, Jack Sewell is moving on 3rd. In along the fence, pacing 4th is Mother's Princess. Here comes Risk Slad, 3 wide from 5. On past the 7/8 they go. It's Mel Temmie. Jack Sewell moves on for 2. In along the fence, Admiral Irvin. Risk Slad is wide 4th. They straighten out for the stretch drive. 1:33 1/5 and 3/4. And it's all Mel Temmie as they drive to the wire. Jack Sewell is 2nd. Risk Slad 3rd. Out the line, Mel Temmie will win it. Jack Sewell 2nd. The show spot to Risk Slad. Race number 6, Medley Caramia, Joyce's Fault, Misty's Pride, Little River Baron, Kilkerran Darcy, Hometown Hero, Bio Medallion, PH per 10. Here they come. They are off and pacing, and as they lead the gate out the rail, Medley Caramia away first to grab the lead on the outside, Joyce's Fault. From the far outside, Hometown Hero is hustled up looking for the top spot. They head into the first turn as they move on by the 8th. On top, Medley Caramia leads by 1. Racing away 2nd in the pocket is Hometown Hero. In along the fence and looking at it from 3 is Bio Medallion. Next in line 4th as they move on past the opening quarter is Joyce's Fault. Up on the outside, here comes PH per 10 moving from 5 as they race on to the 3/8. Medley Caramia. In along the fence, Hometown Hero. PH per 10 now hustled up quickly on the outside to sit 3rd. They were by the quarter in 30 2/5 off the turn. They approach the halfway point. Medley Caramia on the outside. Here comes PH per 10 to challenge for the top spot. Hometown Hero is out the rail and racing 3rd. Out the fence, Bio Medallion is 4th. Onto the outside goes Joyce's Fault from 5. Little River Baron has 6th. Kilkerran Darcy and Misty's Pride is trailing the field. They move into the paddock turn as they continue on to the backstretch for the final time. Medley Caramia maintaining a 1-length lead out the rail and pacing from 2. Hometown Hero. PH per 10 on the outside is 3rd. Following cover is Joyce's Fault in the 4th spot, locked in by a Medallion from 5. Kilkerran Darcy has 6th as they move past the 3/4. It's Medley Caramia by 3 parts of a length. PH per 10. Joyce's Fault moving up 3 wide. Out the rail, Hometown Hero is racing 4th. Bio Medallion now finds racing room from 5. They continue on to the 7/8. Medley Caramia opens up now by 2.5. Joyce's Fault goes on the run on the outside. PH per 10 is back on for 2 out the rail. Hometown Hero off the turn. They straighten out for the stretch driving. Medley Karamia has now opened up a commanding lead as they race to the wire. On the outside, Bio Medallion moves on second. PH Bertan third. Out the line, it's Medley Karamia easily winning it. Bio Medallion second. It's close for third between PH Bertan and Hometown Hero. Race number 7, Top Bend, Kevwood Scram, Cocan Butler, Bayside Pirate, DJ3, Funday Wins Horton, and Cotton, Sissus Marnie. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Bayside Pirate off the gate looking to grab the top spot, and he does as they hit the first turn. Top Bend away second. Up on the outside, that's DJ3. Now looking for the top, followed by Funday Wins Horton in the 3. Top Bend along the fence is sitting fourth. Nearly going from 5 as they move on past the 8th and into the backstretch is Endcut. Now it's DJ3 who takes over the top spot, leads by a length and a half. Racing second is Bayside Pirate. Funday Wins Horton next in line third. Top Bend is looking at it from 4 in the 5 spot as they move past the opening quarter is Endcut. Kevwood Scram on the outside is racing from the 6th. They move to the turn and on by the 3/8. 31 and a 3 was the opening quarter. DJ3 leads by 1. Bayside Pirate. Funday Wins Horton now stepping to the outside to move first over. Endcut picks up cover on the limb from 4. Top Bend now 5th. They approach the halfway point. DJ3 continues to control the pace. On the outside, first over is Funday Wins Horton. Locked down the fence. Bayside Pirate in 3. On the limb, 4th is Endcut. Racing from 5 and on the move. This is Marnie. Then Top Bend, Kevwood Scram, and Cocan Butler. They move on to the backstretch for the final time. DJ3 is still the boss. Funday Wins Horton out of the air is second. Out the rail, Bayside Pirate third. Half in 103 and 3/5 as they approach the 3/4. DJ3, Funday Wins Horton second. Out the rail is Bayside Pirate. Endcut moving up 3 wide for the 4 spot. He's rough gated, goes out stride. They move on to the 7/8. DJ3, the one to catch. Second is Bayside Pirate. Funday Wins Horton on the outside is third. Top Bend out the rail, 4th. Kevwood Scram now moving from 5. Off the turn, they've got less than an eighth to come. On top, it's still DJ3. Here comes Bayside Pirate now to the outside to challenge. Late move from Kevwood Scram. They drive to the stretch. DJ3, Bayside Pirate. Top Bend is third. At the line, it's going to be all DJ3. It's close for second with Top Bend and Bayside Pirate. Race number 8, top of the stretch, has Dallas Town, Tarsum, Cool Cover, Princely Susie, Cobequid Noble, CY, Storm On, and Cameron Brett. They're off and pacing as they lead the gate. Tarsum out looking for the lead. Dallas Town down along the rail up on the outside. That's Princely Susie. They move into the first turn. Dallas Town comes out on top. Tarsum second. Stormont in along the rail. Sneaks up for third. On the limb, Princely Susie is 4th. Cool Cover has come away in the 5 spot. Racing in 6th into the backstretch. See wide. And next in line 7 is Cameron Brett as they move past the opening quarter. It's Dallas Town on top. On the outside, parked out is Princely Susie. Tarsum is facing third. Out the rail, Stormont. Next in line is 4th. Cool Cover looks at it from 5. See wide as 6th. In 7th is Cameron Brent. Cobequid Noble, 30 and 4. The opening panel. They swing off of the upper turn and approach the halfway marker. Dallas Town sets the early fractions. He leads by 1. Princely Susie, the parking ticket second. Out the rail, third is Tarsum. Comes Cool Cover to the outside in 4. Racing 5th at the rail is Stormont. See wide to the outside. Cameron Brent. And saving ground at the back is Cobequid Noble. In into the paddock turn for the final time as they continue on to the backstretch. Dallastown continuing on top by 1. Carson getting a perfect journey second. Here comes Cool Cover up 3 wide on the outside. Princely Susie in the center. Then Stormont next in line is 5th. From 6 wide, Cameron Brent and Cabo Noble. They move on past the 3/4. Dallastown with Cool Cover now giving chase. Carson is out the rail third. Stormont is pacing 4th. They move on to the 7/8. Dallastown. Cool Cover on the outside. Carson in along the fence is racing 3rd. Stormont from 4th on by the 7/8 and Cool Cover. Now up to engage Dallastown for the lead. Carson moves off the fence and swings 3 wide from 3rd. Stormont is 4th. They straighten out to the stretch drive. Dallastown. Cool Cover on the outside. Carson late move. And in behind them, Stormont. They drive the wire. It's going to be Dallastown winning it second as Stormont the show spot to Carson. Race number 9, Good Clean Fun, Marion's Ranger, Nectar's Choice, Speedy Irvin, Wybet Mystic, Rockin' Diablo, Miracle Report, and Words of Wisdom. They are off and pacing. Good Clean Fun off the gate first at the rail to ground the lead. Marion's Ranger leaving on the outside, settling in quickly now is Nectar's Choice 3rd. As they move into the turn, Speedy Irvin is on the limb racing 4th. As they race on by the 8th and into the backstretch, Miracle Report has the 5 spot. Words of Wisdom is racing 6th. Rockin' Diablo and Wybet Mystic. On to the opening quarter they go. Marion's Ranger is leading the way. On the outside, that's Nectar's Choice up looking for the top spot. Good Clean Fun is racing in behind them in 3rd. Miracle Report next in line is 4th. From 5 is Speedy Irvin. Then we race back to Words of Wisdom in 6th. Rockin' Diablo and Wybet Mystic. 30 2/5 the opening quarter up front. They continue to slug it out for the top spot. On the outside, that's Nectar's Choice, and in along the fence, Marion's Ranger battle for the lead as they approach the halfway marker. Enjoying that battle in behind them is Good Clean Fun 3rd. Miracle Report is racing in the 4 spot. Speedy Irvin paces from 5. Words of Wisdom. Wybet Mystic on the move, and Rockin' Diablo is out the back. Into the paddock turn for the final time as they move on to the backstretch. Marion's Ranger continuing to chart the path. On the outside, Nectar's Choice getting a perfect journey is Good Clean Fun out the rail. Then racing in 4th is Miracle Report. Speedy Irvin is 5th. Racing 6th, Words of Wisdom. Rockin' Diablo and Wybet Mystic. They approach 3/4 to half in a minute. 2/5. Marion's Ranger still in charge. Good Clean Fun is right there second. On the outside, Nectar's Choice hangs tough 3rd. Miracle Report is pacing in 4th. Speedy Irvin from 5. Words of Wisdom is 6th. Wybet Mystic and Rockin' Diablo. They move on past the 7/8. And on top, Marion's Ranger. Nectar's Choice give a big mile on the outside. Good Clean Fun now. Racing Room swings out 3 wide as they battle through the lane. Nectar's Choice coming on to take over on the outside. Good Clean Fun. Nectar's Choice is going to win it. Good Clean Fun is second. The show spot to Words of Wisdom. Number 10, Portobello Count, Bayside Swinger, Aberration, Percenter Robin, second look in Feston. Here they come. They are off and pacing. Bayside Swinger off the gate first to ground the lead. Percenter Robin driving up on the outside. Aberration coming up to the center. And along the rail is Feston and Portobello Count. Percenter Robin and second look trails. They move on by the 8 into the backstretch. Bayside Swinger on top shows the way. Racing in 2 is Feston. Up on the outside, here comes second look now charging up for the top spot. At the rail, Aberration is now 4th. Portobello Count in 5. And Percenter Robin is trailing the field on by the quarter. Second look now moves on to take over. Bayside Swinger is is Festin. Next in line, fourth Aberration. From the 5 spot is Portobello Count, and trailing is Percent Robin. They were by the quarter, 31 and a 3. Second look leads them off the upper turn as they approach the half-mile mark. Your leader by 1. Bayside Swinger is second. Festin third. Portobello Count is now moving first over. Percent Robin off the rail. Aberration is locked in along the fence. They race into the lower turn as they continue on to the backstretch. Second look will chart the path onto the 3/4. Bayside Swinger on his back second. To the outside, first over is Festin third. Portobello Count is fourth off the rail. Aberration. And trailing is Percent Robin. They move on to the backstretch. The half at 103 and 1 as they approach 3/4. Second look, Bayside Swinger second. Festin back to the rail third. Portobello Count of the limb fourth. Aberration 5 and Percent Robin will tip up 3 wide past the 3/4. They move on to the 7/8. It's second look by 1. Bayside Swinger staying with them second. Racing it along the fence in a 3. As they move on past the 7/8 is Festin. Second look now steps it up. Leads by a length and a half. Bayside Swinger right there second. Then a gap of 2.5 back to Festin third. 134 and 3. They drive to the stretch. Second look. Bayside Swinger is second. Racing third Festin. At the wire. It'll be second look winning it. Bayside Swinger is second. The show spot to Festin. Eleventh and final race of the evening, Nightly Gemini, Our Paddy Joe, timely appearance, Rebel Cause, Aaron Zemadeus, Tarlad N, C.T. Scott, and Ocean Street. Here they come. They're off and pacing as they leave the gate. Our Paddy Joe looking for the lead. Nightly Gemini out the rail. And along the fence, settling in his timely appearance. Aaron Zemadeus is on the limb racing fourth. C.T. Scott has come away fifth. Ocean Street from sixth. Rebel Cause in 7. And Tarlad N is the early trailer. They move on by the 8th into the backstretch. On top, it's Our Paddy Joe leading by 1. Nightly Gemini. He is traveling in 2. Third along the fence, his timely appearance. Next in line, C.T. Scott. Aaron Zemadeus parked out. Ocean Street down along the rail. Then we go back to Rebel Cause. And trailing is Tarlad N. They move into the turn as they approach the 3/8. Opening panel, 31 and 2. Our Paddy Joe. He is charting the early path. Leads by 1. Nightly Gemini is racing second. He goes to the outside. In along the fence, timely appearance is third. C.T. Scott is fourth. Off the turn, they approach the halfway marker. Our Paddy Joe is the pace setter. On the outside, Nightly Gemini. In along the fence, timely appearance is racing from 3. Out the fence at fourth, C.T. Scott. On the limb is Aaron Zemadeus. Then down along the rail, Ocean Street, followed by Rebel Cause, and trailing the field, Tarlad N. They dip into the paddock turn for the final time as they move on to the backstretch, and it's still Our Paddy Joe in control. Out the rail, timely appearance is second. On the limb, third, Nightly Gemini, then C.T. Scott from 4. Aaron Zemadeus fifth. Ocean Street locked in sixth. Rebel Cause from 7, and Tarlad N. They move past the 3/4. 102 and 2 is the halfway point, and still in charge of the field is Our Paddy Joe. Timely appearance second. Nightly Gemini out there is first over. Rebel Cause coming 3 wide from the back. As they move past the 7/8, Our Paddy Joe, still the one to catch. Timely appearance is second. Nightly Gemini dropping back off the turn. They've got less than an eighth to come. Our Paddy Joe opens up by 2.5 lengths. Timely appearance is second. C.T. Scott now shakes loose, closes in as they drive to the wire. Our Paddy Joe, C.T. Scott on the outside will get up to win it. And it's close for second between Aaron Zemadeus and Our Paddy Joe.